Gregory Durso has a spinal cord injury. It was caused by a snowboarding accident. He is essentially paralyzed from mid-chest down. He's an exceptionally strong individual. He was an athlete before this happened, and his athletic capabilities are very apparent in everything he does with us. Now, just prior to this, he was swimming a number of times the length of the pool on his own without assistance, using primarily his arms. Now, the fellows are going up onto the board to adjust some of the padding, and the padding is absolutely necessary for him because since he cannot feel anything in his legs, we can't run the risk of him scraping himself on the board. So we have somebody up there right now who is checking everything to make sure that nothing dangerous is up there. Okay, they're adjusting the pads. And they are talking and communicating with each other. These are some of our finer athletes here at Stony Brook. Greg is waiting. That's him in the center there. They're getting some of our traditional lifeguarding equipment out so that they can get hold of him when he gets off the board. Now they're bringing Greg over to the board, and this is the tricky part here. They're going to actually physically bring him up to the top. Steve is going to have him hang on like a papoose. They've practiced this many times, and Steve is strong, so we know that he can carry the weight, and Greg's arms are strong enough so that he can hold on to Steve. Now we're moving into a different position here. They have to get his legs forward of his backside. That's what they're doing right now. Okay, now he's moving himself out to the end of the board. And that's why those pads are so important on the board, or otherwise he would be ripping his legs, because the board is like a piece of sandpaper. And there he goes, a little at a time. He's moving further out. Okay, he's got to be very careful not to let that mat slip. Fellas are watching from up top, and we have Donald in the water ready to catch, Alan and Steve up top with Greg, and now he's going to turn himself into the dive position. Back. We're ready. And he comes up on his own. Very good. Notice that he controls his body with his upper body. Even though he can't move from mid-chest downward, he's got tremendous control in there. So he's a very high-functioning spinal cord injury, even though his injury is a severe one. A little bit further up and he would have been a dead man. and he realizes that. But he also realizes that he does not want this disability to interfere with living. He has understood his lot in life, and he intends to make the best of every minute of every day. Greg, the stuff you're doing, I mean, most people who have no injuries to their body would be afraid to do that. What motivates you?
I think it's just my drive in general. I think I just always want to strive to be the best that I can be, and now that I had this injury per chance, I kind of want to just get out there and really kind of prove to myself that I can do this stuff. And it's just kind of satisfying to me. Not that I need to prove anything to anybody else, but I want to prove something to myself that I can do this. I can get out there. I'm not disabled. Like, I'm doing some more stuff that people don't even do anyway.
Right.
So it kind of makes me feel better about myself in general, and it's fun. I enjoy doing it. I like doing it, and I have all you guys to thank for it. So it's great.
And you also are doing a tremendous amount to keep your body in top physical shape.
Yeah, the better shape I'm in, the easier it is for me to do all this other stuff. Like my mobility, everything becomes that much easier. And then if there's a cure as well, someday I want to make sure my body's ready for it.
Right.
And I'll be ready to go. I'm not just going to be some fragile person when it comes down to that. So.
And the guys do a really great job with you.
They do. Everyone does, and it's a learning experience for all of us, and it's good. And I can never ask for anything more. It's great.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Doc.
And the fellows just keep doing everything they can to make this thing as smooth as possible, and no potential injury to Greg in terms of his limbs dragging or possibly just hitting something that's either sharp or abrasive. That's cute. I like that.
My magic cover guy.
I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah.
Excellent. More work out here?
Just gonna do a little stretch out after that. It was good. Like a pretty intense training session there.
And there they go. This will continue until they feel they've stretched them out. And as I said, these fellas are, in their own right, terrific athletes. And they really have a great handle on how to work with Greg. And Greg is really their age, so it's a very interesting combination of personalities here.